regarding React? The things already you are aware about it.
Just a basic knowledge about the React only. Not
Okay.
actual basic only, just starting means why we use React, only that.
Okay. So why do you use React?
Generally, if we use normal HTML, normal in website, we have to refresh the page every time. The page will refresh if we open the new page. And if we don't want to just open any refresh the page on clicking, so we use React.
Yes, right. And also the main advantage behind React is one concept is there in React called as a virtual DOM. Okay. So in virtual DOM, what happens is your original DOM is not manipulated. Okay. Your DOM is when you open and execute particular program, this is your DOM, the document object model. Okay, which is a virtual document that the program that you have executed is a document. When you execute that, particularly, it will not. Previously, what happened? It will execute all of. If you add particular single element, also it will used to load all of the document once again and then render it. This used to happen in the previous state. But here what happens is in virtual DOM, only the particular element that is updated, only that is then rendered. Okay. So it is take less time and the speed is more. And the second point, as you told, like we don't need to refresh the things again and again to see the output. But there should be a change. Okay, there should be a change so that the React can understand that you have changed something and I can refresh the page and again show the new updated output. Okay, so if you particularly change anything in your source code, then only it can understand that if something is changed, now I have to re-render my DOM and need to show the new thing to the user. Okay, the user are particularly saying the developer. Okay, so starting, I will just go through a few of the points here and also tell you the prerequisite and all of the stuff. This I have opened this is our folder structure. Okay, this is our folder structure for React. There is not a particular thing like I have how to place your particular file in this particular folder only. This is not too specific in React. Okay, like other frameworks and libraries. Okay. But for other frameworks, like particularly you have to say you have to keep the file in this particular folder in order to execute. This is not the case in React. You just give the path for that particular file, and if you want to place it anywhere, you can place it anywhere, like particular. I will tell you when we move forward for this. But for now, what we will do, we will see the what is the prerequisite? Do you know about React? What prerequisite technologies we use?
Prerequisite, I think Node.js required.
No, Node.js just Node.js not required. Actually, it is a backend technology. Node is required in order to just as a Node package manager is required. NPM package manager is required for executing your React and all to start the React and installing packages and all things. But not particularly your Node as a backend technology, which is Node.js, which is used for handling this backend. That is not prerequisite. Okay, prerequisite will be your HTML, CSS, and the JavaScript. Okay, to be more specific, these are the prerequisite in order to learn React. So more focus will be on the JavaScript because it is a JavaScript library. Okay. Do you know other libraries that are based on the JavaScript? Have you used earlier any of the library?
Currently not remember any.
jQuery you might have used. jQuery.
Yes, jQuery mostly used for sliders.
Yes. So it is a library of JavaScript. Okay. So we have JavaScript. Then why to use libraries? we already have the JavaScript, that the particular functionality can be implemented with the JavaScript also. So why the introduction to the libraries, and why to use libraries? What was the reason to
To
use?
make means if we wrote any code in the JavaScript, it take too lengthy. The
Okay.
library will reduce the task as well as reduce
LOC.
the effort
LOC
and all.
and your efforts, everything will be reduced, and the code will also execute in the code. If the code is
Yes.
optimized, right, so it will take less time, and your overall site performance will be increased. Everything will be fine, and also the browser compatibility issues are resolved with the help of that, right? JavaScript
Yes.
execute differently in your Mozilla Firefox, in your other browsers, right? Different browsers. So this is not the case for the jQuery. And similarly, it will not be the case for the React, because React is also the popular library here, right?
Yes.
So one of the thing, if you are some people it's starting with the career as a fresher, what I would suggest for them, if you are not a fresher, but just as a knowledge or the tip purpose, I tell you, like what will be the thing, like if you are starting with the core technologies, then don't learn the jQuery library, instead learn the React library. Mostly jQuery is the most popular and powerful library, I know that, but as you are now a fresher, if someone is fresher, then they should always learn the prerequisite technology for React, and they can directly go with the best library currently trending is a React. So that is the best option for them, right?
Yes.
Okay. Fine. Then I will move the few introduction part, and then we will go into the practical stuff. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So installation part, what I told you, I will move to the installation part afterwards. Okay.
Yes.
Few of the things I want to tell you is I told you like this is a library for UI, for developing the UI applications, right? As you told, like it's a single page application, right?
Yes.
Then you can reuse the components. The main purpose is you can build the particular component. So why this thing React is so popular, which is a component based library. Okay, so everything is a component, like your sidebar is a component, then header is a component, footer is a component. So these components are divided and they can be reused by just importing them into the other components of the your particular particularly one will be the application or the page. You can separately import the components and then put them into the files, and then you can use them. Okay, this is the why the reusability feature is come in the React. Okay,
Okay.
so here one of the command is used for creating your React app. It will take a time, as I told you yesterday, I think, right?
Yes.
So it is not necessary to keep the particular folder in particular directory only. You can place it the directory wherever you want. Okay, it could be the desktop or D drive, C drive, anywhere you want to keep it, you can keep that. Okay, for installing, what is the command? If you want to install your React app, okay, means for your you want to create your folder structure. Okay, then you will write npx create React app is the will remain same, and this will remain same, and you will use the folder name here. Okay, whatever folder name you want to use, you will use here, and keep one thing in mind, that your folder structure, the folder or a project name that you are using, that should be in a lowercase. Okay, if you use in the uppercase, that will give an error. Okay, so
Okay.
starting with this, if you want to go from the, I will show you once directly where my projects are located. CD,
Okay.
I have placed here. Okay, ReactJS. So here are my project. Okay, I have created what is my folder name here. I have used npx create React app, and my app name is ReactJS. Okay, ReactJS. So I
Okay.
am inside that folder now.
Okay.
Now after that, that is where I gone here. Like here, the similarly npm cd and my React app. I did cd React.js. Okay, I have inside my main folder now here, React.js folder. So I can execute here npm start, so that my React application will execute now. Okay, my React application will execute with the help of this command. It will take 2 to 3 minutes to execute this command, and it will automatically open in your browser. Okay, I will execute this. Prerequisite, I will share all of the softwares that you will need to install if you haven't installed in your system. Okay, and if you face any issue, I will go through. I will help you out for the installation procedure. Okay. You will need Node. You will download Node from this Node site. Okay, official Node site.
Yes, I have a Node.js installed in my system.
So meanwhile, if you can install this React till this command is executing. So you can follow the installation steps. Okay, get started. The installation step is there. You can, yes, okay, here. Followed one of the step. Official site. This is our official site, okay, for ReactJS. Meanwhile, you can try the installation steps, okay, until it is executing. If you face any issue, I will help you out for that.
Okay, I will try. Yes, for the installation, I will try after some time. Actually, this is Office laptop, so I was not able to install anything in that.
Okay. So you're having issue for the installation.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
No
some
problem.
administration
Yeah,
blocked.
I know that too. Okay.
Yes.
Just a minute, it is executing. Then we can see the practical stuff. Okay. Till then, we can go through the few introduction part and the theoretical part, few of the things. We can go through that till then. Okay.
Yes.
Prerequisite, as I already told you, these are the prerequisite. Okay, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Mostly JavaScript has a few versions. Okay, JavaScript has ES5 version, ES6 version. So ES6 is the version recommended to learn in order to learn React.js. Okay, most of the features that are taken from the JavaScript by the React library is from the ES6. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the main part where new syntax and everything will come into the picture.
Yeah.
So are you aware like which company is supporting, like which company has developed this React?
It's just I know. Facebook, no.
Which one?
I think Facebook, no. Which
Yes, you are right. It's the
yes,
Facebook.
Facebook, no? Yes,
Yes, Facebook.
Yeah.
And for Angular, it is Google. Okay.
Yes,
So
for Angular.
it's a major companies. They are supporting the. So we don't have any issues for updates and everything. So continuously, its updates are coming. Angular also rolls out its update on the, I think the period is might be 6 months. I think 6 or 4 months. They roll out their new versions. Okay, updates are always rolled out. Similarly, for this also, your updates will be rolled out. So you will not face any issue if something is having any problem. That could be resolved in the next version. Okay, so here, if we have executed our first React program, I will tell you from where, which file this thing has been executed. And as you can see here, it is executed on localhost. Port number is 3000. Okay, so various applications has its own port number. Okay, every software has its port number. So if you are using the Apache server and that kind of thing, that way, while executing the PHP program, you will have the by default port number will be 80 here,
Yes.
right? Your port number
Yes.
will be 80, which will not be shown actually, but you can enter it like this. For example,
Yes. Yes.
80
I know. Yeah.
and slash you can execute, and you can change that port number also if you want. If you are facing any issue
Yes.
or port number clashing issue is there, you can do that. Okay.
Yes.
By default, it comes with a 3000 port, and that I think don't clashes with any other of them. So we are able to execute our program. So keep this open only. Okay. While you are running your application, this should be open in your terminal. You should not exit this.
Okay.
If you want another terminal, you can again open the another terminal from here. And another option is from here, you can open the terminal. If you're doing from the VS Code, then here you can also execute this. Okay. npm start, you can execute it from here.
Okay. But if we have a same over here, we started the React app, and if we want to change, means we want to work anything, we have to we want to run some command,
Yes,
then we
I
have
will
to
tell
write
you.
over here or
Here
over here.
multiple
No.
shells can be opened. Okay. A
Okay.
plus. Yeah, I have 4 shells. I will show you, for example, npm start. Just I will write something a demo. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is not written. Here again it is written. So these are the every terminal is a different terminal. As you can see here, I can see the command, and here I can't see because they are both the different command CLI tools. So here I can delete them if I want to. Okay. If I want to add them, I can add them again. So whenever, if you want, this is easy way, right? It's directly the folder structure where you are working, that will always be open here for you. So you don't need to go into that folder structure, right?
Yes.
And every problem will be shown here in the debug console, and everything. If errors are there, that will be shown here. Okay. So I will go through the few things. I will explain what is the virtual DOM and the history. We will go to few of the history so that we will understand that from which each year this was launched and till uh, how much time back it is from the Facebook. Okay. So how does React work? I told you that React has a virtual DOM. Okay. So what it does, it actually creates a virtual DOM for you in your RAM. Okay. In RAM memory means in your RAM it creates. Right. So actually instead of manipulating your actual DOM, I told you, right? Instead of directly manipulating on your main DOM, it creates the virtual DOM and manipulates or do changes on that. The same thing I told is explained here. Okay. And then before making actual changes to the main browser, it will just use and replicate that changes. Okay. First, it will change on the virtual DOM, and then the changes will be transferred. React only changes what needs to be changed. Then React find out what changes have been made and changes only that need to be changed. Right? Means what it does, first it does the operation on your virtual DOM, and virtual DOM has all copy that is of the original DOM. Okay. It
Okay.
has exact copy of the original DOM on its virtual DOM. First, it changes its virtual DOM. Say example, one element, h1 element is updated. So h1 element is updated, then it will update it only on virtual DOM first, then it will transfer it on the original DOM. Okay.
Okay.
In this way, it works.
Okay.
Actually, its processing speed increases in this way. So React is said like that complete. I told you like it will not uh, update your old DOM in this case. Okay. Then we can discuss the current version is actually 18. I think in this article it is not updated. Okay. We have the next version with us. Okay, it is 18. Then the initial release got 2013, and the first feed which was used in the Facebook, it was in 2011. Facebook also uses React, okay, in its
Okay.
own application. Okay.
Okay.
So one of the developer from the Facebook that have developed this this React is, his name is Jordan Walk. Okay, he created it, and the current version of create React app, this command's current version. Okay, ReactJS current version is 17, but this command's current version is version 4.0.3.
Okay.
And what this command includes is inbuilt has a webpack, Babel, and ESLint. I will explain everything afterwards. This is the few of the advanced part and the different part. You can say the linting
Okay.
and all of the thing is regarding the like when you execute the thing on your execute or type commands. Okay, you get some suggestions, right?
Yes.
That is stored like that is also called as your linting. Okay, ESLint. You have the this for PHP also and everything. So we will start with our some coding part. I will explain you from where it executed, and we'll get back to the tutorial again. So these are your main file. Okay, index file is your main file from where it executed your code. Okay, index is your main file, from here it executed your code. Okay, I update this code and I saved this file. Then it will yeah. Is this updated now? Okay, main file, which is your index file, which will be executed on this by default. Okay, on this, because index is your main file, right, for every
Yes.
project. So it will by default execute inside this file will be executed by. Okay, and where you want to show it. Okay, where you want to show it is the second part. So here you can create the index file, CSS file. Inside that source only, you can create different kinds of files. Okay. Uh, for example, now here I will explain this program to you first. Okay. So we have imported is for executing your React. Okay. For executing your React, these are the main two libraries you have to import. Import React from the React. Okay. This is a package, and this is a name that you are using. Okay, then import React DOM from this package. Okay, React DOM. So these are the two packages that will be used, and for your rendering purpose. Okay, for rendering purpose you will use this React DOM dot render function you will use.
Okay.
We will see the basic examples first to understand this meaning. This is the first part where you write your tags, and this is the second part where you want to show these tags. Okay, I will go through the few examples so that you can understand the thing. Okay,
Okay.
so here what we have done here, React directly in HTML and modifying the React application. Below we are modifying the React application. Okay, fine. Then what we will do, we will start with our first program. Okay, the quickest way to start learning React is to write your React directly in your HTML file. So what we will do first, execute this in the HTML file here. Okay, then what happens? Isn't executing. Start by including the 3 script. Yeah, okay. we will get this program here. We have inserted our code in the script tag. Okay, our script goes in this JavaScript code is there. Okay, because React is a JavaScript library. Inside that we are writing the code inside that, and where we want to display is written here, our HTML tag. We will get this code once. I will explain you what the thing is. Okay. First, we will write this code in the index.html. Get this. So HTML files can directly be executed from here. I will open that file. ReactJS. Yes, this code executed. Okay. Hello. Yes. So what I did here, I get that code. I saved that in a .html. Okay. Because we are just starting with the React, so we are doing it with the normal HTML first. Okay. So we included this packages in the script format here. Okay. The packages which we used to do in the index.js in this format: import React from React, import React DOM from React DOM. We have done this in this format here. These files we have attached here. Okay, these are the packages that we have attached in this HTML file. We have done in this different way. Okay, in the HTML way. So we included that scripts here, and we have included the Babel script also. Babel by default comes in the React when you are doing the, we have said, the .js file. When you are not done with that way, so you have to do it separately. Get that file in your head section. Okay. So what we are doing here, we are writing a script tag. The script tag is not a JavaScript. It is a text/Babel. I will discuss the Babel thing with you when we move ahead. Okay. So this is the code. Are you able to understand this code? This is our normal JavaScript.
Yes.
Okay. Here one function is written, and whatever
Yes.
function you want to call, okay, it is the function component now. Okay. There are two things in React. Okay. One is a function component, and the second is a class component. We will discuss this thing. Function component, one is a class component. This is a function written here, so it is a function component. When you write as a class, it's a class component. Okay, but what is the difference and what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages? First we will see the basic programs, and afterwards, while we are discussing this function and class component, we will see the differences. And when we use function component, when we use class component, what are the advantages or using the class component? So we will discuss it when we are in that. So here, while understanding this, you can see the hello function here, it is called. Okay, you can directly write the tags here. Okay, or the second option is like you write the function in that you will execute the tag or the thing that you want to display it. Okay, that you want to render or display it. Okay, on the browser. So I have done this in the function way, and that function I have written over here. Okay, this is kind of the HTML tags. Okay, this is kind of the HTML tag, and you need to write that component name here. Okay, the component name, hello is the component, function component, right? So you call it like this, in this way. The same function name should be written here. Okay, likewise it will be for the class component also. If you write the class name will be called in this way, in the same way. We will discuss that thing also. So first thing is what you want to display. Second is where you want to display. Okay. Did you understand?
Yes, I understand.
So where it is going to display now?
It will display on the browser. Means my div.
My div, where is my div?
It's the ID
Yeah,
of
here
that
it
div.
is. Here it is, right?
Yes. It's
So here it will be
only.
displayed. So wherever you want to display, you can give it the ID and you can display it there. Okay.
Yes.
So this is the first way with the HTML way. Okay. This is the first way
Okay.
with the HTML. And then while we are doing now after that, say to React, just for the testing purpose, we use that. Okay. After that, while we are going to the production environment or when we are doing the production, then we will install the React and all. If you just want to test it, you can do this. Okay. This is an online script. You can execute at your end also if you want to. It will directly be executed if you don't have React also.
Okay.
Okay, because this is the CDN links that are stored on the internet that will be used in, and you can execute it directly. Okay, like
Yes.
you can execute if your HTML and everything on the uh, online, right? So similarly, you
Yes.
can execute your React online also because it is installed. These things are installed on the server, so that will be used here. The scripts that are required. Okay.
Yes.
So here we executed. Now the second thing, huh, this is your original code. Okay, when you start with this, here I will explain you. Say this is the example code that comes when you execute your React. Okay, this is the image that comes. Okay, I will show you once. Okay, below. Hello world. Before that, there was one image coming. Okay, the React logo will come. That you can do with the help of this code. That we don't have that logo currently. I think logo file React. Okay, we have this file, but the name is logo.svg, and we have logo 192 and 152. Okay, and source is logo. Let the images and everything part we will get this to it again afterwards. Okay, for now we will see the basic things to understand the how the things are working, how the class component is working, how the function component is working, right?
Okay.
Images you store in the public folder. Okay? In your uh, code code structure or the React folder structure, you store your images in the public folder. So where do you keep your images? Everything it will be here. Okay, favicon, which is which will be shown in your tab, which also will be stored here, and everything images related thing will be stored here. Okay, if you want to make a subfolder, you can make it, but while giving the path, you need to give the path accordingly. Okay.
Okay.
So for now, what we will do, the image part, I will explain it. This code will be directly will be a uh, advanced part for you while we are beginning in the things. Okay, I will explain this code afterwards, and while we are into while we are doing some things in this afterwards, I will get back to this code again. Okay.
Yes.
Mm. So,
Excuse me. Sorry.
so in this, what you can do, you can keep the variables also. Like I will explain this program now. Index.js. I have one file here. Okay. So what these two things are important. Okay, these two things are important. Or whenever you write one component, there is a second part. I will first explain this program now. What thing is done here? I will get this code first. Okay. What we have done, one constant is declared. Are you aware about the constant in JavaScript?
Yes. 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 Constant.
So this will not be changed while we are executing the program, right?
Yes.
So constant. So here what I have stored in my element, one variable, one constant. I have named that my first element. Inside that I have stored this. element, our HTML element, that I have passed it over here. This is one of the way. Okay. Another way was
Okay.
in this way, the function component, right? You directly place the function component in like the HTML tags. Okay. This is the second way where you write the
Okay.
tags in the constant variable name, right? So here you pass the element and where you want to show is written here. So while we run this program, I will tell you again, but its file will contain root. I will execute this one. Here we have that program. Hello React, right? Root means your by default this every root main document. Okay, root means your main document. We are not specifically mentioned which particular element we want to display or in which element we want to display. We have not mentioned that. Root means main document. We want to display on that. So
Yes.
this is the thing. Then what we have next is ES6 syntaxes. These are the main thing you need to learn. If you are aware about this, then there is no problem in learning your React. Okay. Have you heard about the
Is it
syntaxes?
required? I have basic knowledge about ES6. Some
Like
of
this?
them,
Okay.
just like variables. I know about variables. I
Huh.
know arrow methods,
Okay. Arrow
arrow
methods,
functions.
yeah.
I think. No, no,
Arrow
arrow
functions.
functions.
Yeah,
Arrow
yeah.
functions.
Just the thing is like this is like a shortcut function. Okay. Uh, so these are the ES6 functionalities. If your function that we use was in the different way, right? Which is seen here. Arrow is the difference. Will do the same thing, but this is a shortcut way for the functions, right? As you know already, arrow functions that,
Yes,
and
yes,
then you might be knowing about this, right?
yes.
Then in array methods, we have map function. Then we have the destructing. Okay. For destructing your arrays and all object destruction, everything can be destroyed and removed from the memory, right? So these are the few things added: ternary operator, spread operator. Okay,
Okay,
these are not required now for learning React. Whenever this concept comes, I can explain this. Okay, for the demo purpose, I think we can move ahead
yes,
if you
yes.
can say I can move ahead things. Okay.
Is it required to have the knowledge about TS6?
Yes, it
Means
is required
detailed knowledge,
because, sorry, what?
detailed knowledge, just like in detail, it's required for ES6.
Means whatever things that comes in React, which requires ES6 knowledge, that much knowledge you should have at least.
Okay,
And you can start with React. Okay. And whenever the things you
okay,
required, then you can learn that particular concept. Let's say you see some new syntax. Okay. That then
okay,
you can understand that this syntax might be from the ES6 concept only. So if you see the new syntax like spread operator, this is the new thing, right? The three dot
yes,
spread operator. Then if you don't know like this, you haven't used earlier, so you can learn about that and then implement the thing in React. Don't particularly stop learning React. Okay. So if you want to grow early, then you can start with the React. If something particular thing you are not able to understand, then just learn that thing and just start with the next concept again. That way,
okay.
that is the another way to learn. Okay. I think that will
Yes,
the get.
yes, that's why means, yes, that's why I asked you, is it required?
Yes, it is required. Required. It's a compulsory thing because
Yes,
it is based on this.
okay. No,
Hmm.
no, as you said, if you have a basic knowledge and while learning new syntax, you can learn the concept.
Yeah, yeah. And if anything is anything you are having any problem, for the demo purpose, I am not covering this so that you can get to
Yes,
know
yes,
more about
yes.
React. And afterwards, this is a compulsory thing, so that I'm going to cover this. Okay, don't worry about this thing. If you are joining, then
Okay.
always I will cover this thing because you will get the things learned easily in React.
Okay.
Get to know the things easily, right?
Yes.
So while I was telling the render function, I told you like there is a two arguments we have passed there. Okay.
Yes.
Two arguments, and render function is compulsory function. I will show you one thing. Okay. If you forget to render, okay,
Okay.
forget to render, then it will not show anything. Okay. This is the main function to render anything on your browser. So just I showed you like if I remove this render function, then nothing displays on your browser, right? So
Right.
the
Yes.
two arguments that are in this function. Okay, what are these two arguments? I discussed this earlier. Still here, while going on to this, we will see this while discussing this thing. One is your HTML code, and second, and an HTML element where you want to display it, right?
Yes.
HTML code, what you have written. This is my HTML code, and I want to display it inside this. Okay, I want to display my image. Okay, image, h1 tag, paragraph tag, and particular div element. Mostly it will be second argument will be your div element, but it could be your root element, it could be your body, and it's kind of thing. Okay.
Yes.
So there is another folder, as I told you about the public folder. In this folder, there is an index.html file. You will notice a single div in the body of this file. Okay, this is where our React application will be rendered. So where your application will be rendered. Okay, when we saw here one index.js. Okay, we are specifying our root element, right? Root, which
Yes.
is we are getting this ID, where your ID will be specified. Your ID is specified. Okay, div's ID is specified here. So inside that, your execution, your whatever HTML or whatever thing you are want to display. Okay, here what we displayed here is h1 displayed. Okay, you can display paragraph if you want to. Okay, and this will be shown here inside this div. There is a root. Okay, root, you can do anything you want to do. Let's say your name is Ashwini, right? It's for just an example I'm changing. Okay, for when you are using, you will use the naming standards. I will just showing that it is root is not compulsory. Okay, now I
Yes.
will execute this. Okay,
Yes.
now it is showing in paragraph, right? If you are doing some error, let's see, doing the error, so you can see the errors. Okay, okay, in this way the errors are shown. Okay, so it is not able to find that particular ID that you are mentioning.
Yes.
Target container is not a DOM element. It is not a DOM element. You can't find that ID and the element that you are discussing about, right? Because I just changed it to Ashwini X. Okay, just change the
Yes.
character. Okay, so again it is
Yes.
back to the Ashwini and it will execute, right?
Yes.
So this is your first one is your index.js file, right? Here we are
Yes.
doing the JavaScript related code, and where it is going to render the things that in the going to the render into the index.html. Okay, as you can see here, React tab title is shown. If your application name is different, okay, it is a to-do list, for example. To confirm that this is the file that is executing, I am just changing the title. Here you can see the title is changed in the tab. So then afterwards, if you want to display a table, let's say, okay, so what is JavaScript? In this React, there is a concept called as a JavaScript. Okay, JSX, sorry, JSX, JavaScript,
Okay.
JavaScript XML, JavaScript XML, JavaScript XML, right? Actually, I worked on multiple frameworks, so sometime I forgot something.
Yes.
This is just like a XML code. Have you aware? Are you aware about the JSX? Sorry, XML code.
Yes, not in deep, but
Not in depth.
have
That's
just
a,
I just
but it is
yes, I
not
know
like
about it.
exactly like you write your own tags, right? In XML, you
Yes,
can write your own tag, whatever you want. Like uh,
yes,
it is not a pre-specified here, but it is a JavaScript XML. But here you can't. Here is that not the same thing as like a XML. Just here you can do what the thing you can do is you can write in this way. Okay. In this way you can, in the round bracket, if the code is big, okay, in the constant my element I want to display whole table, okay, whole table, then I can put the code inside this. When then it is a round bracket is a compulsory thing. If you can notice here,
yes.
I haven't specified the round bracket just because I have only the one single tag here, so I can directly mention that tag here. But if I want to do this way, I will just do the replace this code and I can display my table, right? I think my first element, okay, my first element, the constant is my element. Okay, see what you want to pass here, whatever
Yes,
constant you
we
are
have
using, that you
to.
will pass here,
Yes,
constant name, right? But when you are doing with the function, what you will do, pass the function name, the function component name. But the way of function component name, it is, if it was the say example test function, it is in this way, right? But we are doing the
yes,
constant, so we will do directly
variable.
use
Yes,
the constant name here,
constant variable. Yes,
right? So it will be executed now, the table will be shown. Whatever styling you want to do, this is the next part. Okay, we will get into
yes.
the styling part also. You can do the styling part here. Only you can specify the css file. If it is a scss file, you can do that. Everything could be written here. Okay, i
Okay.
will go with the I will go the step by step procedure. So till now, any doubt before moving
No, no,
forward?
no. Fine.
uh, so I will ask few questions to you before moving forward. What command we use to start our react application?
So for React application, we start 10 p.m. start.
Yes.
Then using the site on website
What is the port
about
number?
3000.
3000. Okay. Yes. What you were saying in between, I
No,
interrupted.
nothing.
So, okay.
Nothing.
Okay. So these are all the node module. I didn't explain the folder structure to you, everything. Actually, our code goes here. Okay.
Yes.
Public folder, inside that few of the file we can save our assets. Okay. You know assets, right? As you are the
Yes,
front
I
end
know
developer,
assets.
you know assets,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
So assets will be gone here. Okay, you can maintain
Okay.
your directory structure, whatever you want. This is a plain React.js folder structure given to you. You can maintain it in your way. Just
Yes.
the way is, you while importing the thing, you need to mention the path properly. Okay, you need to mention the path. If by directly, if you're doing the saving the files directly inside this, then no need to mention the folder structure directly. You mention the file name.
Okay.
If you are going inside that, creating another folder inside public, you have images folder, css folder, then you need to mention it accordingly here. I will explain that to
Yes.
you. First we will directly we will try to create the files directly inside the public folder, then we can see how to create the subfolders and everything afterwards. Okay.
Yes.
That will be the next part,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So like I said, due, it does not have to be a due element always, or the I I showed you to, you can use any name you want to like a root, and it is not compulsory like you want to use a div only, because HTML5 have a semantic elements, right? What are
Yes.
the semantic elements? Why we use, and what are the semantic elements? You know.
Semantic elements, header, footer, for these are the some kind of layout structure. So using for directly we use in HTML5. These are section, then article,
Nave, right?
nav. Yes, yes,
Images also have their own
yes,
tags, right?
yes,
So
yes,
why we use is mainly Google knows that Google makes the priority more to such kind of sites
yes,
because
yes,
it has a special meaning. Semantic means meaning, right? The particular
yes,
word is making the sense.
yes,
Just you are using means it is a division. You are just creating the division on your site. So
yes,
instead of using the division, currently it is recommended that you should follow the HTML5 way so that your search engine will also have the more uh, means it will understand your site in the proper way in that case.
yes,
Okay, that
yes.
is the reason we are just here just for the testing purpose. I am just showing you that we can also the header, footer, and everything whatever you want. Where I will place this code now.
Header
We
ID.
just
Yes.
okay. We have just two files. Okay, this is
Yes.
your JavaScript file,
JavaScript
index.javascript
file.
file.
Yes,
This is your
index.js
HTML
and
file. One
HTML.
second one is a index.html file, where I can
Yes.
find that inside the public folder. Inside this, it is a
Yes,
index.html.
index.html.
Here it was div ID Ashwini. I want to change it to the header. Okay, I want to
Yes.
change it to the header, so I can do that.
Only header. Yes.
I want to change it. I can change it. And inside
Yes.
that I have a paragraph, directly a paragraph, just a paragraph. So I want to do it. How I do it? Inside source I will go into this
JavaScript.
index.
Yes.
I directly
Yes.
want to display the element instead of saving into the element, constant element. Instead of that I want to directly display. This is also possible. This is the
Okay.
shortest way to test. Shortest way to
Okay.
test. Okay. Because this will take time, like declaring a
Yes.
constant, inside that saving the thing, and then checking if it is rendering properly on the particular selected ID or not, right? Because this is a single line of code, I will remove everything. I will just keep
Yes.
the single line of code. And what will be my ID now? Is it Ashwini?
Sunny.
Is it
No, it's
Ashwini?
different. It's I
Okay,
think
I will
Sunny.
go to the yes, it is Sandy,
Sandy. Sandy.
right?
Yes, Sandy.
So I will go to the Sandy now. I've changed
Yes.
it to the Sandy. I've selected that ID I want to display inside this. So while we are selecting, if you know JavaScript well, as you know already JavaScript well, so
Yes.
inside this it will display. Okay, inside this
Yes.
correctly
And
here,
yes. And
right?
yes. Yes.
Now I will render this. Okay, hello. Okay,
Yes.
so these things are clear. Don't worry
Yes.
about the other files. Okay, don't worry about the other files. We are just focusing on this file
Yes.
index.js and the index.html currently.
Yes.
I will delete
Yes.
this file also because this file actually need to be created in this. We need to replace to this file. By mistakenly, I created in this one. Sorry for that.
Okay.
Index.html. I will remove this.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Index.js. I would think. No,
Yes, I think
no,
index.js
no,
is there. I think
no, no.
they have.
Actually, I seen public folder. So that's the problem.
Okay.
Now it is clear. The directories are
Yes.
clear. Inside public, you should save your index.html. Inside source, it's index.js file.
Yes.
Till then, everything clear till
Yes.
now. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So we are using JSX syntax. Okay. So while we are doing the JSX, I will explain few more syntax to you regarding JSX while we are doing the coding in JSX. It is not a very different thing. Okay. It is not a very different thing. Just it is making few things easier to us.
Okay.
If you are done JavaScript in depth, if you have done the jQuery library also, then you might know this element, these functions. Okay, create element, append child.
Yes. Append child. I know about create element.
Means
Consider
dynamically
use
you create HTML element with the help of JavaScript,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Dynamic
Yes.
means this. If you click on particular button, you want to show the open, like you want to create dynamically even text box. Okay, With text box, you want to create a button or whatever, you just click a button and you want to show a text box. Then that can be created with the help of this create element, right? Dynamically, the HTML will be added with that, the help of this.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
And then these things are made much easier in this React. Okay. Like these kind of things are made much easier. For now, understand what things I am explaining. I will also explain how the things are working behind the scenes and also everything. Okay.
Yes.
I will start with the JSX. So what is JSX? As we seen earlier also, what is the JSX full form?
JavaScript XML.
Right, JavaScript XML. So JSX allows you to write HTML in your React. So what we are doing, we have already written our JSX, okay, in earlier programs also. We are just seeing these things in depth here, okay, particularly JSX topics. Okay.
Okay.
So JSX, the thing that I told you, like create element and create element append child, it is replacing that thing. So JSX allows you to write HTML elements in JavaScript and place them in DOM without any your create element or append child methods. You can place your HTML element directly on the DOM with the help of this JavaScript. Okay. But without using this create element and append child. Who allows you to do this? It is the JSX that allows you to do this without the help of these using these functions.
Function.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
JSX, what it actually behind the scene, it will convert that elements. Okay. It will does this behind the scene. It will use this function only, create element, append child, everything will be converted, and it will convert this HTML tags finally. Finally, it will convert it in your HTML tags only. So JSX, what does it converts HTML tags into the your React element, whatever you want. Element. Sorry, I did the reverse. I explained it reverse. Converts your HTML tag into React elements, then React will understand the things and render it accordingly. Yes. Okay. Yes. So you are not required to use JSX, but JSX makes it easier to write React application. JSX is not a compulsory thing. You can use your plain JavaScript also, whatever you want, you can do it. Okay. Yes. But yes, if you want to take the advantage of JavaScript, then use JavaScript syntax and advanced things here. Okay. Like the instead of arrow function, you can do the same thing in the normal function also. And instead of spirit operator, there might be other things also. There are the options for the particular things. Okay. There are alternatives, but instead of using alternatives, when you do the particular things in the React they have provided, then only you can make advantage and the speed will be increased, and then only the preference will be given to you. Like in the interview rounds also, you should know these things, the new concepts that are used and the JSX to use. Okay. So this is our JS with the JSX and without JSX. The two part are there. With JSX we already seen, right? Without JSX, how you can do is in this way. Okay. React, you are using this one. Okay. Import React. In that we have React also, right? We have using this one package. With the help of that, we are calling this method create element. On that we are calling the create element, and we are using this h1 tag and creating this. This one is not recommended, so I will not get into depth. Okay. Because this is not recommended. Without JSX, we will not be using anything. Yes. React is recommending that you should use JSX. Okay. As you can see, the first example is JSX allows us to write HTML directly with the JavaScript code. Okay. This is a JavaScript code, right? Yes. So with the JavaScript only, you can write your HTML, whatever you want to write, you can directly write in that, and you can pass that into the render function. Yes. In the JSX, it is not a different thing. Okay. One thing you need to note that JSX is not a different language. JSX is just an extension to the JavaScript.
JavaScript.
Okay.
Yes.
So and afterwards it will automatically be translated into React, as we saw in the earlier here. It will automatically afterwards it will be translated into the React elements only, or execution. Finally, will execute in your you can for your inspect element. You can see your if you are facing any problem and anything. You can go to the inspect element inside console. You can normally how you do for the JavaScript. Everything will be same for this one also. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
You know about this console, right? Console
Yes,
log.
I know about console. Yes, yes, I know about
Mhm.
console.
Yes, yes. So if you want to debug anything, then the console is also same for this React. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So React gives a one special operator here for executing your expressions. Okay. So if you want to do the calculation inside this, you curly braces mention your expression that will be calculated for you. Okay.
Yes.
Inside this only we can do beside this. Okay. 6
Yes.
into 2. Okay. 12.
Yes.
So this expression for executing your expression, you can use this curly braces. Inside that you can write your expressions. Okay. So as we seen earlier, if you want to insert the table, whatever HTML element,
Yes.
now you have got the idea. It is not a
Yes. I
difficult thing now. It is not
no.
need. No, I think this is no need to explain like to put
No. No.
the
No.
UL
No.
tag and explain
No.
this thing.
No.
This
No.
will be
No.
the
No.
same execution. Just
Same
you need
execution as
to
we use on
just
the
you need
table.
to use that my element here, right? For
Yes.
while rendering.
Yes.
So one thing that's very important.
Yes.
I will execute this program now for you. Okay. Say this thing we have not executed. I think this my element with the multiple element we have not executed. I think. Okay. Oh, I think we executed for table tag, right?
Yes.
Table tag.
We saw
For
the
this,
table tag. Yes.
I'm doing this for purposefully because I want to explain one thing to you. One error while you can get that error. Okay. While you are doing this thing.
Okay.
This thing is not are you able to understand the thing? See, this speed is okay, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Speed is okay. If you want to
Yes.
speed up the things, I can speed up the thing more. Okay, as you have enough experience to understand the thing. uh,
Yes.
but still I've been going the space that is okay, I think, for you. Okay, so now I will remove first execute this one and then I will show you the next part. Now there
Okay.
are two paragraphs just rendered. This is a simple thing. This is
Yes.
nothing. Just we have entered this into division. So I will remove this division. Div tag is
Okay.
removed. Are you able to see the error now?
Yes.
Red lines here. The
Yes.
red lines are showing.
Yes. Red lines are there, but
So
I
this
was.
this is error. So I will execute this now. It will not execute. Okay. So what error it
Okay.
is showing? What
Syntax
error?
error.
Syntax error. So what is it? Adjacent JX elements must be wrapped in an enclosing tag. Means you should put this element as a inside something you should put. Okay. When more than one element is there, you should wrap up
Okay.
that. Like table has inside that table has like tr has been enclosed in your table tag, right? TR,
Yes.
everything has one
Yes. Yes.
enclosing main parent tag is used. So for these paragraphs and everything, you should place that inside one main tag, which is your parent tag. You should have the parent tag when there are multiple elements. Okay, that is been recommended. Okay, then otherwise you
Okay.
will have an error. So here you can see one top level element. You should, this topic is about top level element. One top level element should,
Okay.
you should have one parent element. If you are usually writing the two paragraphs or two elements or more than, it could be anything. You should be having a parent element always. Okay. JSX have thrown the error as you have seen, right?
Yes.
Okay, now I will fix this thing and refresh. Okay. I will go back to the Okay. Alternatively, what you can do, okay, this is the alternate. You can just use the empty tags, empty HTML tags. If you don't know which tag to use, just put the empty tags. Okay, this is the alternate thing. You can try this one. You can remove this. Okay. Sorry, the closing tag should be there. So this one can be executed, but this is not recommended, right? You should not do in this way. I think you have not used in this way earlier.
No.
Yes, because I also have not used this in this way.
No, this is not a good practice.
Not good
We
practice.
can write, but
I know that, so I is not aware about this because I don't use in this way.
yes. Okay.
So alternatively, you can use the fragment like in this way, the option, alternate option, right? So again, moving towards the form, your closing tag, right? The closing tag, your input tag, image tag, these are the closing tags, right?
Yes.
You don't have start and end elements for that. Start and end element, right? So you can use everything, anything and everything you want. Now I think this thing is clear to you. JSX. Now here I have used the text box. Below that we have used the class name.
Yes.
Below that is a conditional program. Okay, conditional program. I will go through that, the conditional program and everything. This is the conditional one. This is a ternary one. Okay, ternary operator.
Ternary operator. Yes.
I will just now go to the component part. I will explain this thing again to you. We have limited time for demo. I will get back to you on this again. Okay.
Yes.
For input text boxes and everything. One thing I want to explain to you, what this is a component that React has. That we did was a function component, right?
Yes.
Function component. Here we have the function component. So here I have used this function we used, right? Function component for hello. How do you render that? This was the for hello, right? The function name was hello. So they used file rendering. They used hello. Here it is car. Hello. So function is car.
We use hello. Yes.
So car is used for while car function is there. You will use the car for this while rendering it. What you want to render? I want to render this function component, car function component. I will write car in this way. Okay. So this was the topic that we saw while doing the earlier programs, right? In the first program. That was the function component. And we also have the class component here. In the start, this is a class component. Okay. Inside that, this is the separate part, like you have to write the render function, and then the calling method is a bit different for that. Say, similarly, you can do, I will show below, I think here the class component, I think here it is. Going to see in depth, okay, don't worry, I'm just going through the part so that, okay, in this way you can do, okay, here is one example. One class is used car. Inside that, here car is in the same way. Class component you can call in the same way. This is the next part. Like next part means these are the properties. Props means nothing. Props is just a fancy word used for properties. Okay.
Okay.
While you want in class, there are properties and methods, right?
Yes.
If you have done the object-oriented programming earlier.
Yes.
And there is a properties and methods or properties functions, and in the programming language they call functions. Okay. Properties, methods they use, and in that way the programming is done, right? So in this also we have properties. So properties is called as a props. That's the thing. Okay. And nothing difficult in that.